I think it was holding myself accountable to what I wanted to do, which was really important, is when you go, okay, we have to change this now. Well, it's all well and good to talk about it, but to actually do it. And that meant going into films with very, very low budgets that were helmed by people like Karyn Kusama, the Destroyer, and going, okay, let's do it. Let's just get in there and start actually moving the needle in the small way that I can. But it was not a chore. It's been an absolute, I mean, it's been so good for me. And I love doing Babygirl with Halina. I love it. Working with Susanne Bier, I love it. Working with Mimi Cave and seeing these women just take these opportunities and run with it.
I was really nervous about coming forward with my story for a lot of reasons, and the amount of love I got back has been incredibly healing for me. And every time someone comes up to me on the street and wants to talk to me about their story or their mother's story or their sister's story, it makes me feel so good. Anytime anybody wants to talk to me and stop me, I'll talk as long as I can to them, because there is this bond that we have that only we understand. We all know that feeling of sitting down at the doctor's office, being told it's cancer, and then being given a list of things we now have to go off to do. And we've all walked that same walk and had those same feelings of fear and hope. So there's a connection there, and something I never could have predicted.
It's not like I got into the acting industry thinking, oh, I want to change people's lives. I just did it because I loved it. But I've been choosing roles that felt right to me because certain representations of, Asian women I didn't agree with. And I guess that led me here. So I feel very lucky and very humbled and very empowered. I definitely do want to do a romantic story at one point, but I think that right now what I'm looking for is something that's completely different from Mariko in Shogun. So I'm thinking something wild, something that's kind of crazy, something that's very opposite of what I've done in the past.
How are you feeling about? Are you sad about not returning to your story?
I wouldn't say sad. I don't think sad is the right adjective because I'm so proud of them and I'm really anxious. I think anxious is the right word because I want to see. I'm nosy. I want to see what's going on. I want to be on set and peep out the situation. But I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of Z, and I know that the whole cast and crew is going to put their love into it, and it's going to be good.
I mean, proud doesn't even begin to say it. We watched everything from home, but the squeals of delight and the joy and just watching her be so graceful and the way that she speaks in her acceptance speeches, that's how we know her. So it's really beautiful for me to feel like the world is seeing that side of her. We're so excited.
It's my pulse on Hollywood's state of diversity and equity. It's touch and go. Sometimes I get really hopeful and I get really excited, and I see the artists like the Cynthia Rivos and directors like Malcolm Washington. I get really excited, and then sometimes I look at opportunities that are reserved for people that don't not only look like me, but that don't have that are not Asian or trans or and it's not that we don't have these multi-dimensional stories, but we really do need people to keep telling them. It's almost like you can't take your finger off the pulse, because the second that you do, it's almost like we lose the grip.